Hello and welcome to the very first live video in this Facebook group of 2023. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic New Year. And now we are well into 2023. Hopefully you have started making progress with your health and fitness if you have any goals at all. And I'm hoping that this video is going to help you get very, very clear on exactly what it is you want. Because so often, especially when it comes around to January, people are looking at New Year's resolutions and they become very generic. So this video is going to focus on giving you the ultimate emotional investment when it comes to your health and fitness. So you might be wondering, why do we want this? Well, first and foremost, logic as a driver is unsustainable. And what I mean by that is when we create goals that are logical, they will only sustain us for so long. Like, a lot of people create goals that are based on logic. I want to lose weight because it makes sense to lose weight. I want to drop a dress size because it makes sense to drop a dress size. These are all logic-driven goals and they don't last very long. On top of that, external motivation fades. And what I mean by this is we've got internal motivation and external motivation. Internal motivation comes from within us. And external motivation obviously comes from outside of us. And a lot of people, when they're looking at their goals, they will look to external factors to help motivate them. So, for example, rewarding yourself with a new dress or a new shirt once you've hit your goal, rewarding yourself maybe with a holiday once you've hit your goal. Maybe you've already got the holiday and you're using the holiday as an external motivation to push you forward to help you achieve the goals that you've got. And number 3, progress. If we focus on things that aren't emotion driven, progress will be determined by unreliables. And what I mean by unreliable is motivation at the end of the day. Motivation is unreliable. If you've had or been involved in any sort of health and fitness journey before, you probably already know this. Motivation comes and goes. Motivation ebbs and then it flows, and it ebbs and it flows. And so many people wait for motivation to hit before taking action. And realistically, we want to take action because action leads to results, results leads to motivation. And then we are more motivated to take more action. However, we can manufacture motivation in certain ways without waiting for it to appear to us or waiting for some sort of inspiration. So what will the ultimate emotional investment give to you? Well, it will help you get specific. At the end of the day, when we have very generic goals, it is very difficult to actually make progress. For example, if I said I want to lose weight, my goal is to lose weight. It's very generic. So does that mean I would be happy if I lost half a pound? Because I've technically lost weight, but it's not really where I want to go. Let's say my target is a bit beyond that. We want to be specific. We want to say what our goal is exactly. So maybe we're saying, okay, I want to drop 2 stone. And we want to say when. We want to put a time frame on it. We want to be specific with that time frame. Obviously, we need to make sure it's achievable, because if it's not achievable, then it just sets us up for disappointment. But at the end of the day, if we go through the ultimate emotional investment, we will get specific on what it is we want, when we want it by, and then we have clear and measurable progress up until that point. Number 2, you will get clarity. And this is not to be underrated in the slightest. Obviously, as I just mentioned, if you get specific, you know the details that are relevant for you and your goal. But clarity is a little bit different. Clarity is within here with regards to why you are doing what you're doing. You are clear with your own emotions, you are clear with your own goals, you are clear with the vision that you have for your health and fitness. And thirdly, your motivation supplies will be endless. As I said already, motivation ebbs and flows, and waiting for motivation just to hit is a very poor strategy for starting your health and fitness journey. And as I said, at the end of the day, action will bring results, and results brings you motivation. But we can also manufacture motivation a little bit more for ourselves if we go through the ultimate investment process. So let's have a look at what it is. So this ultimate emotional investment sheet is available to all of you. If you didn't grab your copy when I posted yesterday, then drop me a message and I'm more than happy to send you this. However, you don't necessarily need the sheet for it. You can just grab a pen and paper and basically just follow the pattern that is here in front of you. And where we want to start is fairly obvious, to be honest. We want to know what the goal is and when do you want to achieve it. And when I say what the goal is, this is our end point. Not, we're not saying, okay, next month I want to lose 3 stone, or I want half a stone by next month. This is the, okay, for the rest of my life, I want to be in X, Y, and Z position. Now, obviously, that is kind of the end, the big goal. We still need a when with this. So you might want to be in a position where you are happy, healthy, and confident in your clothes for the rest of your life. That is the big goal. But we also want to know at what point we achieve that first point of being happy, healthy, and confident. From there, the goal is to maintain, but we want to know when we want to have achieved that first step of actually reaching the point. So this is where we start with. What is the big goal? When do you want to be there? For now, don't worry about those little steps. We just want that big picture goal, that vision of where you want to be with your health and fitness, and then when we want to be at that point by. And then once we've done that, we can start creating that emotional aspect as opposed to the logical. And that's how we break down what we call the 5 whys. As you can see with the big document, we've got the 5 whys here. But I want to talk through, it's not quite as simple as just saying why. I want to talk through the whys individually. And the reason we want to ask these, as I said, is because we want more specificity and we want more clarity. And then at the end, we will get more reliable motivation out of it. So when we ask the first why, the specific question is, why do I want that? Because more often than not, the goal is surface level, and even the answer to why might be a surface level answer. And typically, they're based on logic. So as I mentioned before, what we want to avoid is logic, because logic-driven goals are unsustainable. Yes, it makes sense, and we do need to have some logic in there, but going purely on logic, we're not going to have that connection to it. So your first why is, why do I want that? So let's say, for example, the goal, the big goal, was to lose 2 stone. Obviously, you fit these in based on what's actually relevant to you. But the big goal is to lose 2 stone. And as I said, first question, or the first why, is why do I want that? And then the answer is simply starting with because. So why do I want to lose 2 stone? Because. And let's say that because again, use your own situation. I'm just going off hypotheticals here, but let's say because your clothes are feeling tight, okay? So that goes into box number 1, and then we move on to box number 2. So the goal, lose 2 stone. Why is that the goal? Because your clothes are feeling tight. Now the question for the second why changes a bit. It's not why is that the goal, it's why is that an issue? Okay, so we're delving into things a little bit more now. So we've got the big goal, lose 2 stone. Why number 1? Because clothes are feeling tight. Why is that an issue? Okay, and maybe it's an issue because you feel uncomfortable when you're going out. Your clothes are tighter, which means when you are getting ready for a night out or time with your family, your friends, whatever it is, you just feel uncomfortable. Like things are tight. You might go out for a meal and have to unbutton your top button, undo your jeans. You might have a couple of drinks and just feel so bloated because there's no give in the clothes that you're wearing, whatever it is. But we've got the big goal of losing 2 stone. Why number 1 is, why is that the goal? Obviously, clothes are feeling tighter. So why number 2, why is that an issue? Because you feel uncomfortable when you go out. And why number 3 is the same as why number 2. So why is that an issue? Number 3, why is that? Why is it an issue that you feel uncomfortable when you go out? Because it means that you tend to skip social occasions or hide away in photos. You don't like how you look in the photos. So you stand at the back and you dread anyone asking you for a selfie. Maybe it's got to a point where you feel so uncomfortable, you're just not going out at all. Okay, that is why number 3. And again, why number 4 is the same. Why is that an issue? So why is it an issue that you are skipping social occasions or hiding away in photos? Again, because you used to be the life of the party and now you no longer feel like yourself. Okay, so we had our big goal. You want to lose 2 stone. Why is that an issue? Why is that the goal? Because your clothes are feeling tighter. Why is that an issue? Because you don't feel comfortable when you're going out. Why is that an issue? You are maybe skipping social occasions or hiding away in photos. Why is that an issue? Well, because you used to be the life of the party and you're not anymore and you don't feel like yourself. Now, why number 5 is a different question. And rather than looking at the negatives, which do tend to crop up, obviously, when we've got a goal, it's because we are looking to improve something. But why number 5 is slightly different. Why is this important for you to solve? So why is it important for you to solve the problem that you no longer feel like yourself? It's no longer about the 2 stone. Why is it important for you to solve this problem that came from why number 4? Again, maybe it's because you want to feel freedom to enjoy social occasions again, enjoy time with family and friends without feeling conscious, and create happy memories. Okay, if you think about from step 1 to step 5, that is huge. Originally, the big goal was to lose 2 stone. But actually, the goal is to feel freedom at social occasions, to enjoy time with family and friends without feeling conscious, and to create happy memories with those people that are close to you. Now, that is a deep-rooted personal goal based on emotion and is going to be a much bigger driver than, oh, I just want to lose 2 stone. It makes sense to lose weight for whatever reason. People say, I need to be at this weight for my height. It makes sense. That's logic. But losing that weight so you feel free to enjoy social occasions, you're no longer feeling conscious, you're feeling confident in the clothes you wear, you are more lively, more bubbly, whatever it is, just getting back to how you see yourself from a positive angle, that is going to drive you to do what you need to do much more than just saying, and I just want to lose 2 stone because. Hopefully that all makes sense, and I would highly encourage you to do this, whether you started in the new year and you've got some goals mapped out, whether you are planning on starting over the next couple of weeks or even a month. I would massively encourage you to take these steps to make sure that you have total clarity of why you want that initial surface goal, of the deep-rooted emotions that are going to help you to constantly have motivation and constantly have drive to succeed. Because whenever you feel like motivation is dipping or you just can't be bothered, if you look at this and say, I want to feel confident and feel free and enjoy my social occasions, you're more likely to do the things that you might not have the motivation to do at the time, as opposed to, I don't have motivation, I want to lose 2 stone, it's fine, it can wait. Okay, and finally, the ultimate emotional investment is something that I talk about on my Thrive 90 program. Now, this isn't me selling you that program, don't you worry. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. My Thrive 90 program is split into 3 phases. Obviously, Thrive 90 is 90 days, believe it or not. And those 90 days are split into 3 phases of 3. And the ultimate emotional investment comes in phase 1, where I help people to develop the habits that are going to help them to sustain their health and fitness, both when it comes to the actions that they need to take, but also the results that they are going to get. And as I said, the ultimate emotional investment is a massive part of this. I'm not pushing that on you today. I'm not making any sales, but if you would love to achieve sustainable fat loss, improve your confidence, improve your health, improve your energy in 90 days or less without sacrificing the food or lifestyle you enjoy, then feel free to drop me a message or drop a comment on the Facebook group, and I'll be more than happy to just sit down, talk you through how that looks, and if it makes sense for you, we can go from there. If it doesn't, absolutely fine. Okay, that is everything from me. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen, and I will see you next week for the next video.